It was an unforgettable moment on Jimmy Kimmel's late-night talk show when Keanu Reeves, known for his calm demeanor and gracious nature, found himself in the center of a heated confrontation. The tension in the room was palpable as the audience watched, bewildered, as the usually composed actor, famous for his roles in films like The Matrix and John Wick, clashed with the talk show host in an unprecedented exchange. The incident began when Keanu, who was appearing on the show to promote his latest project, suddenly took a turn that no one could have predicted. Jimmy Kimmel, known for his quick wit and playful banter with guests, found himself in a heated verbal altercation with the star. What started as a light-hearted conversation quickly escalated into something far more intense, leaving the audience and viewers at home in shock. The exchange began innocuously enough, with Jimmy Kimmel asking Keanu about his recent film projects and the media frenzy surrounding his career. Keanu, ever the professional, answered with his usual humility, but there was an underlying tension in his tone that seemed to signal something more was brewing beneath the surface. Kimmel, in his typical fashion, joked about Keanu's reputation for being a serious actor and teased him about his seemingly perfect public image. However, it didn't take long for Keanu's patience to wear thin. As Kimmel continued to prod him with lighthearted but pointed questions, Keanu's body language became more closed off, his smile waning. It was clear that something had shifted, but what came next took everyone by surprise. At one point, Kimmel made a comment about Keanu's personal life, something that seemed to cross a line. The host, attempting to make light of the situation, teased Keanu about rumors regarding his relationship status and the public's fascination with his private life. The comment, though intended as playful banter, struck a nerve with Keanu, who had always been fiercely protective of his privacy. In an instant, the actor's calm demeanor shifted, and the atmosphere in the studio became thick with tension. Keanu, who is known for his professionalism, suddenly grew visibly agitated, and his response to Kimmel's playful jabs was not what anyone expected. "That's not funny, Jimmy," Keanu said in a calm but firm voice, his usually kind eyes narrowing slightly. The audience, sensing the shift, fell silent. Kimmel, initially caught off guard by the serious tone in Keanu's voice, attempted to backpedal and defuse the situation with a quick joke, but the damage had already been done. Keanu, who had always been known for his grace under pressure, was no longer willing to play along with the usual banter. The actor's frustration was evident, and it was clear that Kimmel had crossed the line. The talk show host, sensing the rising tension, quickly shifted the subject, but Keanu wasn't done. Keanu, looking directly at Kimmel, continued, his voice low but unwavering. "You may think it's just a joke, but I've had enough of the jokes about my personal life. It's none of your business," he said, his words cutting through the air with the weight of someone who had been silently enduring years of public scrutiny. Kimmel, realizing the gravity of the situation, attempted to apologize, but Keanu wasn't having it. His frustration boiled over, and he stood up from his chair, signaling that he was done with the conversation. "I'm not here to be made fun of, Jimmy," Keanu said, his voice now filled with conviction. The moment was electric, and the audience was on the edge of their seats, unsure of what would happen next. In a bold move that left everyone in the studio stunned, Keanu Reeves walked off the stage. The tension in the air was palpable as Kimmel tried to salvage the situation. For a brief moment, there was a stunned silence before Kimmel, realizing that his guest had actually left the show, looked around awkwardly, unsure of how to respond. The cameras focused on Kimmel, who appeared flustered and somewhat taken aback by Keanu's decision to leave mid-interview. It was a shocking turn of events, considering that Jimmy Kimmel has interviewed many celebrities, but this was the first time something like this had ever happened on his show. The audience, still reeling from the unexpected outburst, could barely process what had just transpired. Behind the scenes, the production team scrambled to figure out how to handle the situation. Keanu had left the building, and Kimmel, looking visibly uncomfortable, tried to continue the show without his guest. The crew, usually prepared for any eventuality, was caught off guard. In the control room, there were frantic discussions about what to do next. The decision was made to air a pre-recorded segment instead of continuing with the live interview. Kimmel, The professional did his best to maintain his composure, but it was clear that this was a moment that no one, including Kimmel himself, had anticipated. Meanwhile, the viewers at home were left in disbelief, wondering how the situation had escalated so quickly. The aftermath of the confrontation went viral almost instantly. Social media exploded with reactions from fans, commentators, and media outlets, all of whom were eager to dissect what had just happened. Some fans expressed their support for Keanu, praising him for standing up for his privacy and refusing to be made a joke of. Others sympathized with Kimmel, who had likely not intended to upset his guest but had misjudged the tone of the conversation. The debate quickly became a hot topic across all social media platforms. People shared clips of the confrontation, analyzing every word and gesture, trying to figure out what had led to this dramatic turn of events. The world watched in awe as Keanu Reeves, the quiet and humble actor, had shown a side of himself that no one had expected. As the days went on, more details emerged about the incident. Sources close to the production revealed that Keanu had been increasingly uncomfortable during the interview, but it wasn't until the personal comments about his life were made that he decided to walk off. It turned out that the actor had been struggling with the constant media scrutiny over his relationships and personal life, and Kimmel's lighthearted comments had been the tipping point. Keanu, who had always been known for his calm and collected nature, had reached his breaking point. This incident shed new light on the pressures that celebrities face, constantly being in the public eye and enduring intrusive questions about their private lives. For many, Keanu's walk-off was a powerful statement about personal boundaries and the need for respect. In an interview with a close friend of Keanu's, it was revealed that the actor had been feeling increasingly disillusioned with the media's treatment of him. Keanu has always been someone who values his privacy and prefers to keep his personal life out of the spotlight, his friend said. He's been under a lot of pressure lately, and while he usually handles things with grace, there's only so much a person can take. This comment added further context to Keanu's reaction on the show. The public had always seen him as the perfect, stoic celebrity, but this incident revealed that even Keanu had limits. For many, this made the actor even more relatable, as he showed that he was just like anyone else, with emotions and boundaries that should be respected. The fallout from the incident wasn't limited to social media. Major news outlets picked up the story, with many speculating on the future of Keanu's relationship with Jimmy Kimmel. Was this a one-off event, or would it have lasting consequences? Kimmel, who is known for his ability to mend fences with his guests, was quick to apologize publicly for his comments. On his Twitter account, Kimmel expressed regret for his words and admitted that he had misjudged the situation. "I never meant to upset Keanu," Kimmel wrote. "I was just trying to have fun, but I see now that I crossed the line. I hope we can move forward." The apology was met with mixed reactions, with some fans applauding Kimmel for taking responsibility, while others felt that Keanu's actions spoke for themselves. As for Keanu, there was no public statement from him regarding the incident. The actor, known for his privacy, chose to remain silent in the face of the media storm. His silence spoke volumes, and many took this as a sign that he was standing firm in his decision to walk off the show. In the weeks that followed, Keanu continued to focus on his work, keeping his personal life out of the public eye. Despite the drama, he remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, with fans continuing to support him. His walk-off from Jimmy Kimmel's show became a defining moment in his career, not for the confrontation itself, but for how he handled the situation with grace and dignity. For Keanu, it was a reminder that he would not tolerate disrespect, no matter the setting. The incident also sparked a wider conversation about celebrity culture and the treatment of stars in the media. Many people began to question the ethics of late-night talk shows and the line between comedy and respect. While talk show hosts often make jokes at their guests' expense, the Keanu Reeves incident highlighted how easily that line can be crossed. The public reaction was a mix of support for Keanu's stance on privacy and calls for more empathy from the media. Celebrities, it seemed, were not immune to the pressures of living under a microscope, and perhaps it was time for the entertainment industry to take a closer look at how it treats its stars. In the aftermath, Jimmy Kimmel's show received significant attention, with some viewers voicing their disapproval of his approach, while others defended his comedic style. As for Keanu, he continued to receive an outpouring of support from his fans, many of whom praised his decision to walk off rather than tolerate disrespect. In interviews following the incident, several celebrity guests expressed admiration for Keanu's stance, noting that it was refreshing to see a star stand up for themselves in such a public manner. The incident also led to discussions about the impact of social media on celebrity relationships and the pressure that stars face to constantly engage with the public. As for Jimmy Kimmel, the confrontation with Keanu Reeves remained a significant moment in his career. While he quickly recovered from the incident and continued hosting his show, it served as a reminder of the fine line between comedy and respect. Kimmel, who had built his career on witty banter and playful teasing, learned that not every guest is willing to play along. The incident also sparked conversations about the responsibilities of late-night hosts and the need for more sensitivity when dealing with high-profile celebrities. Kimmel's reputation as a host who could navigate difficult situations with ease was challenged by this unexpected turn of events, but he emerged from the ordeal with a new perspective and a delicate nature of celebrity interactions. Despite the awkwardness that ensued after the confrontation, both Keanu Reeves and Jimmy Kimmel ultimately moved forward from the incident. Keanu's decision to leave the show, while shocking, had only increased his respect in the eyes of many fans, while Kimmel's public apology demonstrated his willingness to learn from his mistakes. The media storm eventually died down, but the story of Keanu's fiery confrontation with Kimmel would go down as one of the most talked about moments in late-night talk show history. In the end, both the actor and the host learned valuable lessons about the importance of respect and boundaries in the world of celebrity interviews. For Keanu, the incident became a turning point in how he was viewed by the public. He had always been admired for his humility, but this moment showed that he was not to be underestimated. It was a reminder that even the most calm and composed individuals have their breaking points, and when pushed too far, they will stand up for themselves. Keanu's actions resonated with fans who appreciated his authenticity and willingness to assert himself, even in a situation where he was expected to remain silent and composed. In many ways, the incident only enhanced his image as a genuine and principled individual, someone who valued respect above all else. As for Jimmy Kimmel, the episode with Keanu Reeves became a part of his show's legacy. The incident, while uncomfortable at the time, ultimately sparked valuable conversations about the nature of celebrity interviews and the balance between humor and respect. Kimmel's show, which had always been known for its lighthearted approach to celebrity culture, was forced to reconsider its approach to interviews. The episode with Keanu Reeves served as a reminder that the world of entertainment is complex, and that even the most well-meaning hosts and celebrities need to be mindful of boundaries. In the end, both Keanu Reeves and Jimmy Kimmel came out of this situation having learned something important. Keanu learned the power of standing up for himself and asserting his boundaries, while Kimmel learned the importance of being more sensitive to the feelings of his guests. The confrontation, though fiery and unexpected, ultimately served to remind both celebrities and the public about the importance of respecting personal boundaries and the need for kindness and empathy in all aspects of life, whether on stage or off. The Keanu Reeves and Jimmy Kimmel confrontation would forever be remembered as one of the most dramatic moments in late-night television history. It wasn't just about the clash between the two stars, but about the deeper issues surrounding celebrity culture, personal privacy, and the treatment of stars in the media. The incident sparked important conversations, and for many, it was a reminder that no matter how famous should have to tolerate disrespect. Keanu's walk-off was a powerful statement, and one that resonated with fans and celebrities alike. As the media moved on to other stories, the lesson from that unforgettable moment lived on: respect is paramount, and personal boundaries should never be ignored.